Pretty interesting question. How do I put this? From about 1945 to 1973, the gap between top earners and everyday working Americans actually shrank. There was a massive wealth creation in the United States during that period, right? Real wages went up, productivity even went up. And within that short window in history, you could get a job, a regular job even, simply work hard and realistically build a middle-class life with real upward mobility. A family of 6, 2 vacations a year, and still got some money in the bank, that was pretty normal. So I remember a guy named Thomas Piketty. He talks about this in his book. I think it's called Capital in the 21st Century. That's what it was. You should check it out. So he points out that this period was historically unusual because most of human history doesn't really work like that. What do I mean by that? See, wealth was usually concentrated. You either inherited it, or you were married into it, or it was controlled by a very small group. Upward mobility tends to be the exception, not the rule at that time. Then, in the early 1970s, the system started to change a bit. But it wasn't overnight, see? It was done structurally, almost by design. Monetary policy shifted, globalization accelerated, labor lost its leverage, in all honesty, and the rules slowly moved away from the broad-based prosperity and upward mobility for the average Joe or middle class. Here's the thing people forget. When you have a strong middle class, they tend to spend money. That spending fuels the economy. Businesses can grow and can flourish, workers earn more, and people can actually move up the quote-unquote economic ladder. That's how you get shared growth. But since the 1970s, more and more of the wealth gains have flowed to the top. In the early 1970s, the top 1% captured a relatively small share of the new income, roughly 8% or so. Today, they capture a much larger share and they control well over 40% of the total wealth. I mean, think about that. The gap between the rich and the poor has widened astronomically. That's why the American dream feels broken. The middle class hasn't disappeared, but it's been practically decimated, to say the least. And now upward mobility has slowed down, if not halted. Housing is unaffordable. Wages haven't kept up. It's a joke compared to the hyperinflation we all feel today. See, younger generations, they know the math. It doesn't work the way it used to be. Gen Z isn't avoiding home ownership or cars because they're lazy. They're just responding rationally to the prices, the debt, and the wages. And you can't blame them. I mean, when people ask how we got here, the answer is a pretty short one. It was one bad decision at a time over a number of decades. And now, where we at? Well, we're living the consequences. Yeah, no, I get it, but that's exactly why financial literacy matters. You can't control the system, but you can control what you know and how you act. People who get money, they still work and they find ways to grow it and actually get ahead. I mean, you gotta learn, you gotta take action, and you gotta make your money work for you. It's the only real way. Anyone watching who wants to start building real financial progress, they can just DM me. I'll show you how to get started.